As of lately, everyone is under the impression that the OKC roster is a super team. After starting off 17-1 and beating a large number of their opponents by the time the third quarter concludes, and by the sounds of it, that does sound like a super team roster. Although, I make the argument they're just a bunch of college kids trying to play the sport they love. As of now, the league does have several super teams, or rather, teams that are intended to be super. Among that list, I don't think I can throw OKC as a contender for the top 5. Despite them having the best record, I don't think it has much to do with their roster being super, per se. So, what teams do I consider super? Well, I'll break it into a few categories. 1, being actual super teams. 2, teams that are intended to be super, or failed super teams. And 3, teams that are better than OKC on paper. So evidently, if you consider OKC a super team, these would have to be too. First, starting with actual super teams. The obvious one in this scenario is the Celtics. A healthy Celtics squad is a super team. We saw that 2 years ago. Although I don't think C's play that well together, they're all individually great to get the job done. In the mix of that is also Cavs. It's funny no one ever mentions these guys as a super team. Just last season, they had the second best start to a season with 15-0, only bested by the 2015-2016 Warriors. That's a pretty hard feat to do, considering the actual super team Warriors didn't accomplish it. They have about the same roster a year later, yet no one has ever seemed to call them a super team. Second, teams that are intended to be super. And this one is as clear as day, but I'm surprised no one actually ever says anything about it. It's the Knicks. They have a stacked roster. All their core players in their prime, well decorated and experienced. Why they aren't winning games? I have several explanations to it, but I won't delve into it now. The fact stands, this is a failed super team. 4 players, all averaging at least 15 points per game. There's no real excuse this team should be so bad, but I'll give you a hint. The main reason is Cat. Another you could argue for this is the Rockets. After getting KD and trying the Great Wall starting 5, same as Knicks, but these guys are younger and potential-based super team. Give them a point guard and they might have a chance. On to the third. I would say Lakers and Nuggets. Last year's Nuggets roster was better than last year's OKC roster, offensively and a player-to-player matchup. Seeing as OKC are depleted and have faced many injuries already in this season, and Nuggets nearly kept the same squad, if you consider injured OKC a super team, same applies there. As for the Lakers, 3 lottery picks in the starting 5, hell, might as well just say 3 first draft picks, because that's pretty much what it is. Then, they have a great supporting cast of players to fiddle with. I don't care if Braun is 56 tomorrow, he'll still be putting up great stats. This is a super team plain as day. If an injured, inexperienced OKC are a super team, I don't see why the Lakers are not one right now. So, if all this is true, why aren't they all doing as good as or even better than OKC? There's a lot of reasons. OKC fitting together like a perfect puzzle piece and playing in harmony, the small details and hustles, points off turnovers, loose balls, and such, the defensive argument, young group of players all getting good at the same time, all of which are true, but you also have to give credit to none other than SGA. Seeing a player around your age accomplishing as much as he is gives so much to the young core. Hope, motivation, confidence, etc. Then there's his on-court stuff, also him being unselfish, etc. Point being, SGA plays a big factor into them being what they are. If this OKC squad is a super team roster, then I couldn't imagine what the term would be if you got thrown into any of the other teams listed above. Some of the players on the current super team wouldn't even be valuable pieces on the rosters listed above, or might be two ways. I think calling this team a super team is a big stretch. It's a team with one all-star and the rest are just good players. Most people might not even have anyone else from the OKC roster in their top 25 for the league today. When talking rosters to roster comps, the teams above them have them beat. Calling them a super team is overall counterintuitive and exemplifying the player Shai has molded into, inadvertently putting him in his own tier. And that's all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below what you think of this OKC roster, or just this video in general. Take care.